Hello, and welcome to Cult of Teen Dice Let's Play. I am Bloodied, and we are here for episode 3 of Scarlet Hollow. I had sort of wondered if I was going to pace this out, but I just enjoyed this way too much, and, well, I'm recording this on Halloween, so, you know, one's got to get one's spooky treats in where one can. So, do we want to see a recap? Yes, just a recap of episode 2. From now on, you're back at the estate by bedtime. No more impromptu sleepovers. Tabitha is your mum now. Wow, that is some heavy stuff. No wonder Stella seemed distant. I'll keep my ears open for you. Diner is where everyone comes to gossip, so I hear a lot of what goes on around here. I'll let you know if anyone mentions those monsters or anything else strange or unusual. Have either of you seen Rosalina around town? I don't want to be helicoptered bad, but she hasn't been answering my texts, and I wanted to make sure she isn't getting into trouble out there. Hi, Dr. Kelly. We were wondering if it was okay if Reese could come hang out. Nothing strenuous, we promise. Whatever you two have planned is probably beyond we can manage right now anyways. I can't remember anyone's accents. Stay home. Wait for the week to end. Don't keep putting yourself in the path of danger. This is all I ask. You're interrupted by a sudden movement out of the corner of your eye. A girl carrying a bundle of snacks pops through a hole in the fence and disappears over the crest of a hill. She didn't. I guess the old Maxwell place doesn't cut it as a secret hangout spot these days. But the shore mine? That place was shut down like 100 years ago. After a collapse that killed over 100 people. You pull out your phone and dial your cousin. What is it? You know I'm in a meeting. Kid just stuck into the shore mine? I figured you should know. What? Serious? Why do these things keep happening to me? Whatever. I'll head over there as soon as I can. Just stay where you are and wait for me, alright? God, I don't even know why I'm trying to reason with you. It's not like you'll listen. And sure enough, we did not listen. There's a fallen and continuous mine facility. It says they only abandoned this mine because there wasn't enough coal left, so it's actually safe and we can hang out here whenever we want. Correction! Your father was a foreman at the continuous mining facility. We'll see if he even has a job tomorrow morning. My dad says our house is haunted. Spooky ghosts. Nika is interrupted by a pair of thunderous knocks. Wait a second. What three of you run off to? Are you kidding me? There's something in the darkness before you that's much louder. You don't hear it. You can feel it in your chest, like the deep growl of a predator. What do you think you're doing? Get away from there! Your cousin dives towards you, but not before the light from your phone illuminates the chamber. Bloodied, are you alright? Oh, wait! Becca and Alexis are still down there. You can't just leave them here. I know which way they'll go. They'll listen to you this time, I promise. Your surroundings quake as the mine collapses around you. Tabitha doesn't say a word as the car cuts along the darkened road. You collapse in Tabitha's dusty guest bed, your head empty of thoughts. After your time in the shore mine, you barely even notice the dust. When you close your eyes, you see Rosalina's face, twisted with pain, staring up at you with tear-streaked cheeks. Trapped by powers beyond her control, terrified of what her now uncertain future would hold. Wake up! Sunshine filters in through the dusty windows of the estate as the dull aches of last night's activities throb in and out of focus. You managed to survive a second night in the town of Scarlet Hollow. As you pull yourself out of bed, you can feel the soot and grime of the shore mine still stuck to your skin. And take a shower. You step into the guest bathroom and into the shower. The water is hot and, surprisingly enough, clean. As steam fills your lungs and soot washes down the drain, you... Okay, do that. I think about someone special. Wait, what? Think about someone special. Specifically, you think about... Ooh, who am I going to hit on? I'm going to flirt with Oscar, because he's a delf. Oscar, the shy and handsome town librarian, stuck in a haunted house. After his daughter's injuries last night, he probably has his hands full. Maybe you can help. You're done here. You turn off the faucet and dry yourself. Time to start your day. Gonna check on Dustin, maybe? There's two of them now! Morning, Dustin. Who's your friend? My name's Mom. She come to visit. I Dustin, Mom. Gotta stay with Dustin till glass house empty. Thank you, woman, for taking care of my boy. What happened to your glass house? Asshole Squatter move in. Kick Dustin Mom out. Squatter try to eat Mom. Squatter evil. Squatter may be asshole, but Squatter not evil. It just try to survive, just like all creature. Dustin still have much to learn. I had a rough night. Can you console me? Was it because of Cat Monster? Dustin was scared too. If Cat Monster would eat Dustin, Cat Monster will have to go through Dustin Mom first. Dustin Mom will kill. Then Dustin and Mom eat like kings. It's nature. I gotta go. Bye. Okay. Love you, Dustin and Dustin's mom. That's that. Look out the window. You walk over to the window, fondly thinking about the pleasant view it provided you on Monday. It's the same view. Turn back. You turn back to the guest room. Oh good. Every time you see that doll, your heart skips a beat. It hasn't moved. Right? Turn back. That's enough of this closet. You turn back to the guest room. You pull out your phone and open up your group chat with Stella and Kanika. What's the game plan? Note I don't use proper capitalization, but I did use an apostrophe, so yeah. It'll probably be a bit before you get a response. Head downstairs. You've done everything you wanted to up there. It's time to start your day. You went to the kitchen to find your cousin in the midst of devouring a pint of banana chocolate chunk. She isn't alone. Frou-Frou glares at you from her usual spot on the counter as a red-headed woman busies herself trying to tidy as best she can. Vile woman, destroying the natural order of my kitchen. Tabitha's gaze swizzles from the woman to you, her glare intensifying. Discontent face. Stare in silence. You stare in silence at the two women in the kitchen. Good, you're up. Tabitha takes one last spoonful of ice cream, then discards the empty container, turning to you with her trademark scowl. Let's get going. I've got an errand to run in town, and every time I've left you here alone, something terrible's wound up happening, so you're coming with me. But I haven't had breakfast. Should have thought of that before sleeping in so late. Janie, look up when you leave, please, and don't go rearranging anything. I'll know. I know it's As you are ready to leave, Janie approaches from the far side of the kitchen. Tabitha remains between the two of you, impatiently tapping her foot. Oh, Bloodied, before you go, I heard about what happened last night. I'm so sorry you got caught up in that. I'll be praying for Oscar and poor little Rosalina. They're such sweethearts. Couldn't have happened to nicer people. Thanks. Last night was a lot. If you ever need to talk to anyone, my husband is the local pastor. He's a gentleman, always willing to lend an ear. He's actually been going a little stir-crazy ever since we moved here, but with nobody really attending sermons. Probably do him a lot of good to talk to you through your worries. I'm not Christian, but thank you for the offer. It's alright. My Daniel likes to talk with all sorts of people. He just wants to extend support to anyone who needs it. Feel free to stop by the church any time. The door is always open. It's been nice meeting you, but I've got to bounce. Bye, Janie. Alrighty then. Be safe out there, you two. You and Tabitha walk through doors of the estate and into her car. The ride to town is uneventful, your cousin unsurprisingly more focused on the road than making conversation. Alright, we're just popping into the general store for a few minutes. What are we doing at the general store? Picking up tea from Sybil. Oh, neat. What kind of tea? I don't know, the kind Sybil makes. She makes a bunch of weird stuff. I don't know what all of it is called. Quit interrogating about tea blends, jeez. After everything that's happened the past 2 days, it's nice to just go on an errand. Exactly. You and Tabitha turn to the door to the general store opens. A flustered Kanika exits, shouting behind her. Fine, okay, keep coddling him. Keep letting him get away with stuff you never would have let me so much as think about. I'm sick of carrying this family. Kanika storms off, the door slowly drifting shut behind her. Other people and their drama. If more people kept things to themselves, they'd be a lot happier. I'd be losing it if Miles were my brother. Yeah, you probably would be. What the fuck? I'm just... Yeah. We're burning daylight. Come on already. The bells of the general store chime as you cross the threshold. The smells of old wood and steamy herbal tea flood your senses, making you feel instantly at home. Good morning, you two. I hope you're doing well after last night's activities. Morning. Is the new blend ready? Of course. Bloodied, if you'd like to keep Miles company, Tabitha and I will be just a minute. Is Kanika okay? Of course, she just needs time to cool down. Emotions are a little high considering everything that happened here yesterday. She'll settle down soon enough. I'm just glad both of my little ones made it out okay. I'm sorry that the accents aren't consistent. I am trying, but it's so hard to remember who has what accent. And I have a very limited range of lady voices. Sybil motions for Tabitha to follow, and they both disappear into the tea room, closing the door behind them with a tinkling of bells. So, Miles. Before you can finish your thought, you're halted by the tinkling of bells announcing another patron. Oh, excuse me. Wait, you're Bloodied, aren't you? My name's Bo. I'm Duke's boy. It's a pleasure to meet you. Police told me you saw what happened to my daddy. Yeah, it wasn't pretty. Sorry, Bo. Thank you. I appreciate you being honest with me. Policeman said he might just be out hunting somewhere, but me and my mama both know he ain't coming back. Mama's pretty broken up about it. I'm trying to hold it together since I'm the man of the house now, but it ain't easy. Me and him was supposed to bring Big Betty to the state fair this week. But now she's gone, and as of this morning, so is she. So I suppose if I'm not going to the fair, I may as well make myself useful and get out in the woods to look for, well, what's left of my daddy. You was there, right? Can you tell me where to look so I can try and find him? Have you seen anything strange on the farm the past couple of days? Not really, no, but I've been awful busy with everything that's still been happening. Damn chickens keep disappearing, though. Is Big Betty one of your chickens? Nah, she ain't a chicken. Big Betty's our prize pumpkin. She's a big lady, too. I'd expect she was at least 2,000 pounds. Not too easy to move something like that. Could be she rolled off down a hill, but I ain't looking for her just yet, what with everything else going on. He died on the northeast ridge of town, off the Aschina Trail. Thank you, Bloodied. I appreciate you trying to help us out. I don't rest easy knowing he's still out there somewhere, all by his lonesome. And please tell Miss Scarlet I'm sorry about her mama. Tabitha and Sybil are still in the tea room. Your phone buzzes. Oh my god, hey, I overslept. Still got to make myself breakfast. If you all want to swing by, otherwise meet at library and figure out plan. I think I'm good. Just had a big fight. Not really hungry. Gonna chill in my van for a while if you want to hang out though. Otherwise I'll see you guys at library. With plenty of time before dinner at Reese's house. I'm gonna chicken on Dilf. The library is empty. Only Pixel is here to greet you at the front desk. Pet me, human. Yep, that's a cat. He stands, cocking his head expectantly. Pixel purrs, arching his back as you pet his soft black fur. The other human barely pet me today. Almost forgot to give breakfast. Rude. But I made sure to yell a lot. Then he remembered. He's in the back room, sitting in the dark, talking to little Rectangle. Cares about Rectangle more than cares about Pixel. Almost on cue, you hear Oscar's animated voice echoing from deeper in the library. Follow his voice. You follow the sound of his voice, navigating through the shelves and making your way to the back of the library. You glimpse him through the open doorway. It's just like Pixel said. He's talking to someone on a video call. I hope the food isn't too bad. It's been okay. Rosalie doesn't seem to mind. They keep bringing me Jello. I love it here. But Dad, I miss you. When are they coming back? The nurses just need me to make sure your living situation is all squared away. Then I'll come get you, Rosa. Just a few more hours. Hey, is that... Oscar practically jumps out of his skin as he turns and sees you. Oh, hey, Bloodied, I didn't hear you come in. Oh my gosh, put him on! I think she wants to talk to you. Oh, Dilf. Oh, sure. Hi, Rosalina. You saved our lives the last night. You're like a hero. Oh, big time. I should bake you a cake. Oscar turns to whisper to you. She's on a lot of pain meds right now. I'm talking about baking you a cake all morning. But for real, thank you so much for coming back for us. I don't even want to think what would have happened without you there. Dang, doctor stole my foot. Don't worry, I'm gonna get it back. It's my foot. Can't just take my foot. Take care of her for me, okay, Alexis? I'm gonna be back in just a few hours. Rosa, be good while I'm gone and get some rest. I don't want to go home. They give me unlimited Jello. It's great here, and I can't leave till they give me my foot back. I'll make sure to stock up on Jello. Love you, Rosa. Bye, Mr. Gutierrez. Oscar sighs as he hangs up the phone before looking up at you with a tired smile. Hey, Bloodied, you're here early. Anything I can help you with? You asking if I need help? You're the one going through it right now. That's true. I guess it's a force of habit. Asking people if they need help, that is. Let me try that again. What brings you here, Bloodied? I want to check in on you. That's very thoughtful of you, Bloodied. I think I have a handle on things right now. Still, I wouldn't mind some company while I get the room together. I was hoping to be able to deal with our ghost problem before Rosa was discharged, but they apparently need her out of there today. I suppose it gives me something to do to feel useful, but this isn't the place for a child, and especially not one still recovering from a traumatic injury. She's coming home today? Why are they discharging her so soon? I thought it was odd too. It doesn't seem right, not after the kind of trauma she went through. But it sounds like there was a big bus crash last night. They need the beds, and supposedly there's not a lot they're doing for her at this point that can't be done here. It's not what I would have done, but I hope they're right. Ooh, sorry, did you say a bus crash? That's all I know. There was some big accident north of here, and it's pushing the local hospitals to capacity. What a week. It's great that she's coming home. Yeah, I suppose there is a bright side to all of this. Scared to death I won't be able to give her the kind of help she needs. But at the same time, we'll be dealing with it together in a place that's familiar to us. Now I just have to make sure that familiar place isn't either haunted or full of trash. What was that she was saying about her foot? They had to do a below-the-knee amputation. Oh, my Rosalina. My poor little baby. I don't think she even realizes what's happened. I don't know how I'll be able to comfort her when it finally sinks in. Or can I? I have no idea what that's like. They didn't put this in the How to Be a Supportive Dad manual the hospital hands out after every birth. I'm not gonna be an asshole, come on, I'm gonna be an asshole to him. You're only human, Oscar. Don't be too hard on yourself. I suppose the past is the past. There are things I could have done differently, but there's no way to change what's already happened. I still feel guilty, and probably will for the rest of my life, but the best I can do is not repeat my mistakes. Thank you, Bloodied. I won't let regret consume me, for Rosalina's sake. I'm sorry I didn't get her out of there faster, Oscar. No, you heard her on the phone. She's thankful you did what you did. And so am I. It's hard to even think about what could have happened last night if you hadn't been there to help. Oh, is there a Mrs. Gutierrez? No, there isn't. Oscar pauses before responding, carefully thinking over his words. Rosa's mum and I didn't get married, and she wasn't ready for a kid. She thought she was, but that didn't last. I can't really blame her. We were both too young, neither one of us was really ready for that kind of responsibility. But that's all ancient history now. We haven't spoken in years. Last I heard, she'd married a lawyer and moved into a big house up in Ohio somewhere. I guess I should tell her what happened. Well, I don't know. I've never known how to navigate this whole situation other than doing what I can to be two parents for my daughter. An email couldn't hurt. If he doesn't see it, at least you know you tried. That's probably a good idea. It's not like I even have much beyond an email. He changed her number years ago, and I'm not even sure what her last name is anymore. If she doesn't check a college email address... Oh, you're right, I can say I tried. Tell me about your haunting. Ah, yes, of course. The haunting. Oscar gets a distant look in his eye. It started with the floor bleeding in Rosalina's room. And before you can say anything, it wasn't rusty water, and it wasn't wine. It was blood. Maybe negative, actually. I couldn't believe it was happening, so I ordered a kit online to test the stuff. And then I started seeing the figure. I could never get a good look at it, but I knew when it was there. It was just a feeling I'd get, like someone was about to stab me in the back, and I'd turn around and see a flash of someone leaving the room. Just enough that I knew there had been someone there. Just thinking about it makes me want to hide under the covers. Oscar pauses, lost in dark recollections. The clearest look I ever got was one night when I was coming back to the house after doing some reshelving. I saw it, plain as day, standing in her doorway. Silhouetted there was a light shining behind it. Like there was a light shining behind it. I couldn't make out the face, obscured in shadow as it was. I thought I heard it say something. A name I couldn't quite make out. It sounded like a question, like it was asking if I was that person. Then its head caved in. He pauses again before coming back to himself, pushing the memory away. That was the last night we stayed in that house. As soon as that thing disappeared, I got Rosalina out of there, and we've been in the library ever since. Could it be a gas leak? Well, that was my first thought when things started feeling weird around the house, so I made sure to get somebody to test the place right away and check our pipes. Nothing. Clean as a whistle. It's always a possibility that I hired someone who didn't know what he was doing, and maybe he missed something. Oh, I haven't ruled it out. I just hope we can get to the bottom of it tonight. Whether it's a gas leak or a ghost, I want to know if it's safe for my daughter to sleep in her own bed again. So we're dealing with a full-body apparition. Got it. Ah, good. It sounds like you know what you're doing. Your phone buzzes in your pocket. Almost forgot it. Mayor Jimmy Day! Good excuse to head over to the library. We should check in with Oscar. Meet you all there in half an hour. I totally blanked on that. Having a weird/foggy morning. Unsad face. Wild that they're still doing the Major Jimmy thing even after last night. Do you think news has spread yet? But yeah, we should go see Oscar. See you all soon. As if on cue, you hear the faint sound of other people in the library, somewhere back towards the entrance. Oh, I knew I was forgetting something. It's Mayor Jimmy Day. Everything that happened last night, it just slipped my mind. They're probably going to start setting up soon. I'm barely decent. Don't worry, this is a good look for you. Giggity giggity. Really? You think so? I suppose it does have a bit of relaxed charm to it. Folks around here aren't used to seeing me so dressed down, though. I try to cultivate an air of professionalism. I'll just make myself scarce. I don't have much interest in seeing the mayor today, anyway. Rosalina's going to be sad she missed him, though. She loves the mayor. Why is everyone so jazzed about meeting the mayor? Oscar chuckles. People think he's cute, and I'd be lying if I said I didn't agree. But if you want to know my opinion, these little meet and greets are all about publicity, not meeting the public. Improves the image of the town in social media posts, that sort of thing. Every now and then it'll blow up online, and folks will come visit Scarlet Hollow to catch a glimpse of the mayor. Suppose it doesn't hurt to have through traffic. I don't want to seem cynical or anything, but it does feel rather calculated. I'll leave you to it. We can catch up later. It's time to meet the mayor. Head back to the lobby. Okay, so the mayor is some kind of animal or something. I'm looking respectfully. No, I'm not. You leave Oscar to his work and make your way back to the lobby. It's busier than you've seen it. A small crowd has formed in the corner of the main foyer. Yes, you're here. Thank God we have something to do this morning. My family's been driving me nuts. Yes, the whole gang's here. I've been waiting to introduce Bloodied to the mayor for like the entire time I've known him. It'll be worth it. Trust us. Alright, shall we? The mayor is a dog. Me, Jimmy. Jimmy's cute. Oh, wow. He's a dog. You can tell this dog is the mayor from his little sash and his fancy top hat. There's a regal air about him, almost as if he knows the position of authority he's been elected to. And, unless you're mistaken, the serious man by his side is Deputy Franklin, one of the policemen you spoke to following your encounter in the woods on Monday. Good morning, citizen. I don't believe we've met. He holds out a paw, as if to shake your hand. It's lovely to meet you. You take his little paw in your hand, but the burly security detail stops you. No paw shaking, only head pats and ear scratches allowed. I must apologise, my security detail. He has my best interests at heart, but he can be a little gruff at times. I knew he'd be a dog. And what bearing does that have on anything? Aw, did Tabby ruin it for you? This town has had a dog for mayor since the early 1900s. It's just how we do things around here for some reason. It's the best part of living in Scarlet Hollow, besides the nature. And all my friends, and Winnie's Biscuits, and the close-knit small town community, of course. But having a dog mayor is a close fifth. No contest. Now, is there something I can help with? You're not one of my constituents. I'd like to make sure I have plenty of time with the voters. Gretchen says you're a lowlife. Watch it. Ah, Miss Gretchen, what must I do to earn your loyalty? I'll settle for nothing less than you stepping down from office. Mr. Mayor, there's something very serious going on in town. We need your help. Murmurs stir in the crowd behind you as you relay the danger to the mayor. Of course, the pet disappearances. I've been made aware of the situation. What do you expect to do about it? It's autumn. That's tourist season in Scarlet Hollow. Oh no, he's doing the Jaws thing. Shit. I can't turn away the lifeblood of the town. Not with the mine faltering the way it is. There was a mine collapse last night. We don't need any more news of disaster coming out of Scarlet Hollow. Do you understand? Well, very well spoken. I can see how you got elected. It's not just fancy words that get you elected, human. It's hard work, dedication, and that unspoken charisma that carries a true leader to victory. Scraps and Daisy put up a good fight, but I had something they lacked. The humans knew it, the dogs knew it. Well, most of the dogs. There are still a few hearts I have never won. His gaze falls briefly on Gretchen, who huffily turns away. I've heard just about enough from you, Jimmy. Look at you putting on a show in front of your adoring fans, while the dogs of this town are snatched up by monsters in the woods, hoping the humans will clean it all up for you. When are you finally gonna do something meaningful for the hairier citizens of Scarlet Hollow? Now, Miss Gretchen, there's no need. Scraps never would have let those things prowl the woods for so long. And yet you sit back, waiting for the humans to notice and letting more innocent dogs suffer. You know, I almost lost my life to those things the other night, and my goodness, haven't you heard about poor Duke? Now, Gretchen, a lot of those were old dogs. It's fair of me to assume they simply went to the big farm upstate. Don't you dare talk to me about old dogs. She's got a good point, Mr. Mayor. You're damn right I do. Scraps would have been out in the woods at the first sign of trouble, tearing out the throats of any creatures who dared threaten the dogs of Scarlet Hollow. Yet here he is posing for the little rectangles, like nothing is wrong in this town. Gretchen squirms in Stella's arms, straining to get at Mayor Jimmy. If I hadn't taken the talking animals trait, I wouldn't be getting all this amazing stuff. Just wow. Hey, whoa, Gretchen, calm down, old girl. You're going to pull a muscle. Mr. Franklin, I think now is a good time to dispose of this riffraff. Miss Richmond, I'm going to have to ask you and your dog to step away from the mayor. I should have known better. These two have never been able to get along. Bloodied, you've got to fill me in on their feud later. I've always been curious about why Gretchen gets so fussy near Mayor Jimmy. Stella walks off, still struggling to hold Gretchen as she shouts insults back at Jimmy. Ingate, Nedwell, you dog! Oh my god, the doggy portraits. Oh. Ooh, cookie dog cookies. Kanike is quick to follow. Follow them. Mayor Jimmy, what a dick. It's clear everyone else is still talking to Oscar in the next room. Oh, it looks like it. Before you catch up with your companions, you're intercepted by a nervous man with a cross around his neck. Well, sounds like old Gretchen and the mayor have some unresolved issues, wouldn't you say? I'm Pastor Daniel. I take it you're blooded? Everybody's been buzzing about you. I'm so sorry about your aunt, but I'm sure she's in a better place now. Amy mentioned you this morning. Ah, that woman is the light of my life. I'm so glad she was there to help your cousin through this rough patch. Gretchen says she didn't vote for the mayor. The pastor gets quiet for a second, his face suddenly white as sheet. The smile fades from his face as he stares at you intently, studying your expression. You too? He glances to either side before continuing. I thought I was the only one. Please, come visit me at the church soon. It seems like we might have a lot to talk about. Oh, wow. He hurries off, suddenly quiet and serious. Nothing to do now but catch up with your companions. Go after them. Still showing them guns. Find them already talking to Oscar deeper into the library. Hey, Oscar just caught us up on the whole ghost situation. I'm so pumped. It sounds like we might get some actual evidence tonight. We sure we want to do this when the sun has gone down? Why wouldn't we just go in now when it's not dark and I'm less likely to wimp out? I have no idea if we'll even see anything, let alone be able to ghost bust it, and I think it only comes out at night. I'd better get going. I managed to make them back from Liverpool, so I'm rushing off to the hospital to get Rose and Alexis. Thanks for stopping by earlier, Bloodied. It was really good to be able to talk to someone. And thank you all for volunteering to help unhaunt my house. You couldn't pay to keep me away from possibly seeing a ghost. I'm just glad I could do something to help you and Rosalina after everything that happened last night. Well, I appreciate it. See you all soon. Time to go. So, about the mayor. Right, is he going to help us? What was he like? He's corrupt. The dog cares more about tourist money than protecting the town. Does Scarlet Hollow even get tourists? Kanika laughs. Well, we get a few. Who will come to see the mayor? The plot thickens. So, I finally met Pastor Daniel. Only a matter of time until he tried to pull you aside for grief counselling. My dad died, I had to ban him from the general store for a week. He wouldn't stop leaving these little pamphlets at the checkout. I don't know where he finds so many. Damn it, Jack Chick. I think he comes off as a little weird because he shares my gift. But wait, you don't mean... Yeah, he corroborated some of the things the mayor told me. Okay... Assuming for a minute that both you and Pastor Daniel have the magical power of speaking to animals, I don't think that's enough to explain how weird the guy is. For instance, I like you, and I don't like the pastor. I wonder how many people out there share your gift. So many implications. I'm going to continue to pretend that Bloodied is just really good at reading animal body language. I don't think I can handle many more world-shattering revelations this week. Should we invite Avery ghost hunting? Oh, yeah, totally. I don't know why I hadn't thought of that. I'm sure they'd get a hoot out of it. Yeah, can't say I mind having a calming presence tonight. It won't be much help to us if we start jumping at our own shadows. Cool, I'll text them on the way over to Reese's. What about Tabitha? What about her? Oh, you're not planning on inviting her, are you? Oh my god, yes! Can you imagine how much fun it would be if she actually shows? Dada, come on, I know you think you have some sort of bond with her, but she's awful. She isn't even nice to you. You just haven't given her a chance. Maybe if she comes along tonight, the two of you will finally get along. No. Okay, I won't invite her. Great, thanks. Head to Reese's. Alright, shall we head out? The three of you leave the library for an early dinner at Reese's. You once again find yourself in front of Reese's house. A cold hesitation grips you as the building looms over the hilltop. And though it's only early afternoon, it feels much later, the sun already sinking behind the tall mountains that surround Scarlet Hollow. We're a little early. What if Dr. Kelly yells at us? There is no such thing as early when you're hanging out with friends. That's just extra time you get to spend together. Okay, but what if she yells at us? It's too late. The door swings open. Hey. Reese! Oh my god, dude, it's been ages. You must be Bloodied, right? I've heard a lot about you. Stella's been relentless about making sure I got all the Bloodied updates. Gracious, there's something that smells terribly off about that boy. Get away from my Stella, you fiend! Gretchen starts yelping at Reese, straining against Stella's grip as she tries to get between them. Are they here already? I knew you'd show up early, Stella. And you brought the dog. Great. Yeah, I thought she might cheer Reese up. I don't know what's got into her all of a sudden. The dog stays outside. But it's okay, Stella. We can let her chill in my van for a bit. I'll run the AC and leave her some treats. I always have some of those easy-chew dog jerkies stashed away. But Carl, the gumption! This is a violation of my rights! We go everywhere together. Do you want to come in or not? Kanika nervously tugs Stella away towards her van. You keep her safe from that monster, Bloodied, you hear? You don't let a feather of harm fall on my darling Stella. What about you, Bloodied? You coming in? Oh, sure. You follow Reese and Dr. Kelly inside. Stella and Kanika aren't far behind you. The house feels cold. Not only is there an odd chill in the air, but the building itself feels too sterile, uncomfortably neat to the point where you're nervous to touch anything. If it weren't for the aroma of store-bought dinner rolls baking in the oven and the unsettling artwork hanging on the walls, you'd be half convinced you'd wandered into a real estate showing. So, how can I lend a hand? By sitting down at a table and not puttering around in my kitchen. I made sure everything is done well in advance, so the only thing left are the dinner rolls, which shouldn't be long. Then we can have a quick dinner, and you can leave my house and go on about your business. Oh, I'm just kind of hoping to see Reese's new art. We still have time now, right? You aren't seriously considering subjecting your friends to your disaster of a room, are you? Not that bad. Still see the floor. Dr. Kelly raises a single questioning eyebrow. I don't mind a little mess. I doubt it could be any worse than the way I keep my room. Yes, okay, fine. So long as you stay out of the kitchen, I don't care what you get up to. Oh, we'll just be downstairs. You wouldn't even know we're here. You make your way towards the basement stairs. Okay, getting some serious Pickman's model vibes here. The basement is what you might expect out of a tortured artist who spends all his time confined to his studio. Discarded canvases line its edges, while trash and sketches leak out from their piles in the corner of the room, hiding the bare cement floor. Ghoulish faces coat the walls in paint, sneering out at their creator. Your mom is so scary. She can be a little intense, kind of overprotective, which I guess makes sense. Anyway, you'll make yourselves comfortable. You'll have to forgive the mess. I've been distracted lately. Haven't been cleaning much. Okay, flirt. If you ever need a model, I'm here till Monday. That would be amazing. Though I should warn you, I work odd hours. I don't usually pick up a brush until late at night. But if that's not a deal breaker, it would be incredible to have such a captivating model. I look forward to the company, and I hope I can do your likeness justice. Maybe we could all come. Wouldn't that be fun? Bella, stop cock-blocking me! Art. Exquisite. Thank you, Bloodied. I don't make my art for other people, so it's always a nice surprise when it resonates with someone, especially considering how personal these pieces are to me. Letting other people look at them sometimes feels like I'm having them look over a raw wound. You know, I've still got that painting I stole from you back in high school. I even took it to college with me. You make good stuff, dude. Oh no, you should get rid of that old thing. It's ancient. Knowing there are people out there who might have see something I made in high school is horrifying. No way, it's rad, and people compliment it all the time. You gained a real following if you ever posted these online, you know? I think I'm okay sticking to sparsely populated late-night live streams. That's all the social media I can handle. I don't know how you do it, Stella. Having to exist in front of all those people all the time. Knowing some version of you lives in their heads, knowing they expect something out of you that you might not be able to give them. Okay, but if the only time you ever put your art on display is a live stream during ghoul hours, when am I going to be able to see what you've been working on? You know, they have video on demand saves of these things usually, right? So, when I die, I'll leave you my paintings, then you can see them all. And maybe they'll be worth millions, since I'll be dead. Able to rest easy knowing someone had retroactively given my life value. So you three go way back, huh? Almost to the room. The school here is a tiny K-12. Not exactly a one-room schoolhouse, but not far from it. I'm lucky we all got along as much as we did. Some kids weren't able to make any friends their own age. I just happened to be born around the same time as some real jerks and was stuck with them through their whole school career. Poor kids. Not that we were free from dealing with jerks. Like a certain Scarlet I could name. Okay, she was a little rough around the edges, but she was pretty friendly when you got past that. Maybe to you, the way she used to look at me, you'd think I'd rolled in something foul every morning before school. Same here. And to be fair, the feeling was more mutual between us. He deserved it, though. What kind of movie collection you've got? Any racks? Let me think. Oh, have you heard of Shi no Shi, Death Blood? I saw that for the first time recently and it blew me away. An example of both Japanese horror and found footage done right. We can even put on dinner if you guys are interested. Oh, dang, I'd usually be down for that, but we're going to head over to Oscar's after this. He promised we'd ghostbust his place. He's apparently been dealing with a bad haunting. And I feel like we should really be there for him tonight, considering everything that's happened. He and Rosalina both need our support right now. I'll take a rain check on that movie, though. Yeah, we'll definitely come by for a movie night this week. I'm free tomorrow night. Same goes for Bloodied. I should probably work tomorrow, but I can close up early. So, has Stella told you about everything that's happened the past couple of days? Well, she's told me all about what you guys have found out there. I wish I could see some of it myself, but, you know. He gestures in futility towards the walls of the basement. Are you sure you can't just sneak out one of these nights? The dark isn't keeping me prisoner here, Stella. I'm sick. You know that. I'm sorry, man. I didn't mean to. There's nothing to apologize for. I appreciate the effort. Really, I do. There's just nothing you can really rescue me from. That die's already been cast. But we were talking about the past couple of days, weren't we? Do you have any thoughts about the ditchlings we've been seeing? Yeah, they've been coming up to my window at night. Wait, really? Is that why you texted me? That they looked like something out of your nightmares? Yeah, I thought I was hallucinating. I hadn't put together that we might have been seeing the same thing until just now. I've been sketching them, actually. Tell me what you think. He pulls out a sketchbook from one of the piles in his room. Okay, that is exactly what I saw on my way home last night. What does it mean that they've been lurking around here, though? I don't know. I like the company. Kind of beautiful in a sad way, if you ask me. I agree to disagree with you there. Those things are going to be stuck in my nightmares till the day I die. What do you think of my cousin? She was always so distant and mean. Probably would have thought she had it out for me personally if she wasn't like that towards everyone. Well, if I thought she even knew my name. But people change. Maybe she's nicer now. She's still terrible. You guys just never took the chance to get to know her. She's actually really funny and sweet. I'll pass, thanks. What do you think's going on with Wayne? Huh? You know, that guy's been following Bloodied around, being all ominous. Oh yeah, that slasher group. I appreciate the classic Jason vibe he has going on. Assuming he doesn't live up to the look. All our sides. You think the town is doomed? I think everything is probably doomed at some point. But I guess that's answering a different question. Do I think the town of Scarlet Hill is on the brink of collapse? Probably not. It's not like I have a lot of perspective on what it's like out there. I could be rioting on Main Street and if Stella the dog didn't tell me, I just wouldn't know. I'd totally tell you if there was a riot. Would Dr. Kelly tell you, though? I mean, yeah, I'd hope so. But the point I'm trying to make is that other people are my eyes out there. The whole situation's gotta be rough. Sorry. Thanks, but I've been doing this thing for a while, so you don't have to feel sorry for me. I've come to terms with the way the rest of my life is going to be. That's so macabre, Reese. You make it sound like you've been sentenced to death. You haven't. Not exactly. No one really knows what's wrong with me, but it's been getting worse. I can barely keep most food down, my skin always itches like there's worms crawling underneath it. I could live for a long time, or a short time. No one's sure. But I'm definitely not going to get better. Whatever time I have left is going to be miserable. So I've done my mourning. My best years are behind me. My future is unknowable. But one day I'll wind up in a pine box, just like everyone else. And I'm okay with that. Dang, Reese, I may be a goth, but that's some real nihilistic shit. I'll make sure to come by more often from here on out. Magic heals all wounds, right? Thanks, guys, but you really shouldn't worry about me. I have my arm. I'm doing fine. Really. What's your diagnosis, if you don't mind me asking? I don't mind, though the answer is very illuminating. It's not one particular thing, but a whole mess of nasty little things that add up to one big diagnosis of bad genes. Guess I pulled the losing card in the DNA lottery. And hey, it wasn't all bad. Some of it's just weird. Like this. Grease pools on the skin of his arm. It stretches unnaturally. Hyperelasticity. Kinda cool, right? Whoa. Does that not hurt? Oop, feels fine. Like I said, it gets itchy under the skin sometimes, but I don't know if that's elasticity, the medicine, or some other part of my condition. Your mom really looks out for you. That's one way to look at it, I guess. It's possible she's gotten a bit of an edge lately. I think my condition's been stressing her out a lot. It used to be something she thought she could fix, but I think she's kind of accepted that it's just something we have to manage. But even if she's a little harsh, she means well. Like you said, she's just looking out for me. Do I, Vlad? No, I'm not gonna do that. No, I guess I have to wonder if isolating you from your friends is really looking out for you. I don't think... Does she do that? She did turn us away yesterday. You came by yesterday? Didn't tell me. I was probably just asleep. She must have forgotten to mention it. I don't know if I would call that isolating. She didn't want to wake me up. I don't think that's her being controlling or anything. Not to cast any doubt on that, but she did say I couldn't bring you any food. She knows that's how I show my friends how much I appreciate them. And she knows I can work around all kinds of allergies and intolerances. I'm not gonna lie, it felt weird. Oh no, my body is pretty particular when it comes to food. She just prefers to have full control over what I eat, so... Okay, maybe that does sound controlling. But it's for a good reason. If I eat the wrong thing, it could really mess me up, so she has to regulate my food. Reese's mum shouts from the kitchen. Dinner's on the table. Oh, guess that's it for catching up. Make sure you'll wash your hands with soap. Don't want anyone sharing their germs at the dinner table. Sure thing, Doc. Yes, ma'am. You make your way towards the sink, but are stopped in your tracks by the pull of an odd door at the end of the hallway. It feels out of place, like you'd accidentally wandered into a hospital waiting room. But more than that, you feel something radiating out from behind it. Something dark and cold. Something that reminds you of the dusty tunnels you narrowly escaped last night. An oppressive hum just beyond your hearing fills the air, and you feel strange. You are compelled to approach the door, drawn in as if hypnotized. Open the door, 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 open the door. Before you know it, the doorknob is turning in your hands, your heart full of both deep dread and a compulsive need to know what might be on the other side. What do you think you're doing? Well... There is something compelling about this door. No, there isn't. Now wash your hands. Enter the door. You won't let her interrupt you. You need to know what's behind that door. No, you don't. Come on, wash your hands and sit down. She grabs you by the shoulder, yanking you away. You do as she says, cleaning up under her watchful eyes and allowing yourself to be ushered back to the table and away from the door. Dinner is already laid out. Dinner rolls, spaghetti, and a light salad. Kanika anxiously picks at her food. Stella is nervously talkative, and Reese is suddenly quiet and tense. His shoulders tight as his mother perches on the chair next to him. Dr. Kelly eyes all of you with a sharp, fierce gaze. She sits opposite you at the far head of the table, her features silhouetted against the light of the setting sun in the window behind her. Pills? He slides a few tablets towards Reese. He obediently swallows them. This is excellent, Colin, Mr. Kelly. Is this pasta sauce homemade? No, it's from a jar. I worked too many hours to make my own pasta sauce. Oh, well, you have excellent taste and brands, and if you ever need tips on easy home-cooked pasta sauces, you know I... No thanks, Stella. I have the internet if I need recipes. Thanks again for having us, Dr. Kelly. We really appreciate it. You didn't tell me they came by yesterday. You were asleep. I didn't want to wake you up. But you could have told me. Why? They were coming every day anyway. I would just rather know these things. Noted. No, don't start that. Do not start that. Small talk. What about Stella and Kanika like as kids? Noisy and messy, like all kids. And there was these little projects, videos or crafts or animal rescues, whatever it was that had captured their imaginations that week. So, like I said, noisy and messy. Didn't we bring a dead squirrel into your house once? Oh god, not the squirrel. I remember that squirrel. Didn't you think the dog could Frankenstein it back to life or something? I was like 12. I was very susceptible to what I saw in media. And very sad about that squirrel. That's one of those things that keeps me up at night. Still feel guilty about bringing that thing into your house, Dr. Kelly. I'm just glad you didn't make it a habit. Talented artist. You must be very proud of him. He has a lot of skill, honed through practice and dedication. I can't say I understand a lot of his pieces, but of course I'm proud. Thanks, Doc. I'm not getting it. Okay, I'm not touching any of the rest of that. Remain silent. Remain silent, quickly picking at store-bought spaghetti and dinner rolls. We were talking about maybe watching a movie sometime this week, while Bloodied is still in town. We'll have to see how you're feeling. I can handle a movie, dog. Yeah, well, just sits downstairs in the dark. He's used to that. I'm sure he'll be okay. Always overestimating how much you're able to do, Reese. This is why I keep getting sick. If I get sick, so what? It's not like that's ever going to change. I'm sick every day, and I'm not getting better. I don't want to spend the last few miserable years of my life holed up in the basement alone just because seeing my friends has been deemed too strenuous. I'm an adult, for God's sakes. I can't believe I have to ask for permission from my mum just to have friends of... He stops mid-sentence, wincing in pain and wrapping himself in his arms. Don't say things like that. I'm doing everything I can to try and fix... Silence as Dr. Kelly's eyes shoot open. Reese? Reese abruptly pulls himself up from the table and leaves. Damn it. I knew it. I knew this would be too much. Everyone, get out of my house. Please, just leave us alone. Stop trying to interfere with his life. All this does is hurt him more. We can't just leave him like this. Now is when he needs friends the most. No, now is when he needs me the most. I am his doctor and his mother. I know you care about him. I know that, and he knows it too. But all any of you would do is get in the way. So just leave, please. He seemed fine before dinner. It always comes in waves, and I can assure you that right now he's very much not fine. Now leave. The three of you are rushed to the door. We'll be back, Reese. I hope you feel better soon. Dr. Kelly shuts the door in your faces, The click of a lock signals the end of your dinner at Reese's. Something weird happened when I went to wash my hands. It was like I was forced to try and break into the clinic. Forced? How? Like something was making me go there? I wonder. Was it like that carving in the pit last night? Before you had that seizure, it was kind of like you were hypnotized. I wasn't there, but I guess I'll take your word for it. Autism seems like a step up from what we're dealing with, though. I mean, I don't know, a lot's happened last night, but the whole thing was very trance-like. I guess it was kind of similar. What if there's another carving in there? Oof, that'll be so weird. If there is, I wonder if it'll give you another vision. Maybe these things have something to do with the ditchlings. You are not suggesting we go poking around in there, are you? Of course I am. Maybe tomorrow. I am not breaking into Dr. Kelly's clinic based on a bad vibe Bloodied got. Dr. Kelly is hiding something. Alright, this is fishy. I feel like maybe my fear of that woman is more justified than I thought. He's just overprotective. I'm sure that's all that's going on, and she has every right to be. I mean, the poor guy took 2 bites of food and got sick immediately. I can't imagine what that's like for both of them to go through. Look, I'm just saying, maybe there's more to their dynamic than just him being sick. But it's not like there's much we can do about it right now. We could probably go back and forth on this for a while. Let's grab Gretchen and get going. The sun is setting and we don't want to miss a second of ghost action. Stella hurries off down the hill, almost as if to run away from what just happened. You and Kanika follow her down the slowly darkening street. Lit by the orange hues of the setting sun, the library feels different. What was once a quaint building in a small town now stands as an imposing structure, its walls holding something that stares back at you with menace. Maybe Stella is right. Maybe the ghosts aren't real, and the rest of tonight is going to be a pleasant break from the events of the past few days. I mean, a ghost hunt seems like the perfect place to sneak in some smooching under the guise of splitting up and searching for clues. Maybe a special someone might be interested in breaking off from the rest of the group. Enter the library. Okay, game, calm down. Just as its exterior was intimidating in the setting sun, the inside of the library is dark, its shadows deep and foreboding. The meet and greet with the mayor ended quite some time ago, and the throngs of visitors took whatever joy was in this place with them when they left. Hey Oscar, are you back yet? Shh, you can't yell in a library. It's against the rules. After hours, rules only apply before 5 PM. Now it's our domain. Hey, you're just in time. Rosalind is situated in the back room. Alexis is going to keep her company while we hopefully get this all sorted out. I'd love her to be able to sleep in her own bed tonight. How's she doing? She's not quite as chipper as she was when she was on stronger meds, but she's still doing surprisingly well. Alexis has been by her side non-stop. She's been a really good friend. Rosalind and I are both lucky to have her right now. I'm glad she's back home, at least. I'll be able to get her back into a real home in no time. I've come fully loaded. Got my EMF reader, temperature gauge, spirit box, infrared camera, UV light, video cameras, salt, flashlights for everybody in case the ghost messes with the electricity, parabolic microphone, sharpies and paper for automatic writing, matches and candles for rituals. And you've got to respect a sniffing compatriot by your side too. This nose can sniff out any ne'er-do-well we might find, whether spirit or scoundrel. Oh, and a Ouija board. I know they're toys, but you'd never know what might come in handy. Wow, this is a lot of ghost hunting stuff for something so last minute. Did you just have this stuff ready to go in a bug-out bag or something? Of course I do. I've actually stashed a couple of bags here overnight after I got back from the mines. Excuse me? I'm about to carry everything around all day. This way we can go in light and pop out to grab more stuff once things start getting spooky. I've never found any compelling evidence of ghosts, but that's not for a lack of trying. And after last night, I am more than ready to try again. Hey, hope I'm not too late. Don't miss any creepy paranormal stuff. Avery, glad you could make it. The more pairs of hands we have, the more equipment we can carry. Nothing. Wish I could offer a hand or two. Yeah, there's someone else with a level head in there tonight. Whoa, is that an EMF reader? I've never seen one in person. Look at all this stuff. Spirit box, parabolic microphone. Really covered all your bases. Maybe I spoke too soon. Yeah, you know me, Kanika. I'm as level-headed as they come. That's not ready to rule out weird paranormal stuff. When people tell me they saw a ghost, who am I to say they didn't? I mean, y'all apparently saw some really unexplainable stuff on Monday, and that man only collapsed again after 100 years while you were there? I'm just saying, anything seems possible right now. Like idiots. Last night was weird. I don't know what we saw. Same here, it was dark and cramped in there. Can't be sure anything I heard or saw wasn't part of a long, drawn-out panic attack. Good thing I got rid of the knocking. Real proof that we had a paranormal encounter. Or proof that the rocks were shifting around us preceding a cave-in. One of these things is just slightly more likely than the other. But that's what's so great about this stuff. It's fun to be terrified, you know? Oh, don't rush out to Ghostbust without Zane. No way was I going to forget your promise, Stella. Zane, glad you could make it. I was confronted by my own mortality for the first time yesterday, so I'm desperate for answers about the afterlife to ease my troubled mind. Let's go mess with some ghosts. My oh my, that certainly is a lot of humans for one little old ghost hunt. I do hope this means my poor Stella will be safe this evening and that whatever foul creatures lurk in the shadows used to prey on someone else. Thanks, Aga. Thanks, Gretchen. I hope my house is big enough for 6 ghost hunters at once. If there is anyone, we can go ahead and get started. It's through the back. Follow me. Hey, human. Kick ghost ass, okay? I miss my special tree. You and your companions grab some equipment from one of Stella's carefully stashed bug-out bags before heading towards the junction containing Oscar's house and library. Looks like the sun's almost set. This is when stuff usually starts to kick off. I haven't been back inside for about a week, so I have no idea what to expect. Hey! You are not doing this without me. If there's a ghost, I want to see it with my own eyes. Sorry, Mr. Gutierrez, I tried to stop her, but she was really convincing. Oh, hey, Zane. What's up? Yo. Rosalina. You decide it's best to let Oscar handle this. I've done enough resting, and it's not like hobbling around in a library is any different from hobbling around our house. I miss being there. I miss feeling home. Let the pup come. It'll give her a chance to face her obstacles head on. Take it from an old soul like me. You shouldn't be hobbling around at all. Just take it easy until you're more healed. I've got to learn to walk around eventually. Once we'll start when I'm still on pain meds. My house is one story. It's like I'm climbing Everest. Oscar sighs. The doctors did say I should encourage you to practice walking. Okay, you can come along, but if you get tired or if it starts to hurt, you let me know right away. Thanks, Dad. Let's get our house back. You all cross over the threshold and enter Oscar's living room. Family photos line the walls, and stacks of books sit comfortably on wooden furniture. Okay, that's pretty normal for now. Don't remember that picture being on the floor, but that could be non-supernatural. None of my equipment is picking up anything around the picture. But I'll set up a camera in case it falls again. Could be important evidence. You might want to save your cameras for Rosalina's room. That's where I've seen the ghost manifest. What if the ghost will even show up with this many people around? Oh dear, could someone warm the air back up? My joints are creaking in this dreadful chill. Wait, or is it just me, or does it suddenly feel colder? It sure does. I definitely feel that. Same, I got chills. Temperature gun says it's actually a couple of degrees colder, but that's normal. Rooms and hallways are sometimes colder than other parts of the house. Whoa, genuine cold spot. I gotta snap a pic for posterity. Is that it? This isn't very scary. Wait, Selena, if the ghost mostly manifests in your room, shouldn't you have seen it? Well, I only seen the stain. Dad made me switch rooms with him before we moved out. I wasn't going to let my daughter sleep in a haunted bedroom. I spent most of my nights on the couch before we set up shop in the library. If there's something back there, I'm not scared of it. I'm mad at it. You're so brave. I'll be terrified sleeping somewhere where there might be a ghost. Alright, gang. I think we'll come with more ground if we split up and search for clues. Well, if that's the case, I call dibs on Bloodied. No, absolutely not. I think we all know who should go. That would go. Ghost or no, splitting up is always a recipe for disaster. Yeah, you're probably right. If we discover a ghost here, we should all discover it together. That's not exactly the angle I was going for, but okay. Yo, once we find the ghost, how are we going to get rid of it? Like, how does one bust such a thing? Well, my ghost hunting kit has symbols from every major religion, assorted holy books, a bunch of salt and some jars for ectoplasm. And if worst comes to worst, we can always use the Ouija board to politely ask it to leave. Oh, Ouija board super cursed. Are you sure that wouldn't make it mad or invite a demon into the house or something? Oh, that sounds like fun to me. We might as well try it, right? What's the worst could happen? We make the ghost mad, it gives us more evidence. Sounds like a win-win. I think I'd rather not take the chance. One ghost is enough to deal with. I don't much like the thought of opening a door to something worse. You've never been this superstitious, Dad. This ghost really has you freaked out. Okay. Skip takes a deep breath before continuing. Let's head to Rosalina's room. Follow me. That feeling again. Like the mines. Like the door to the clinic. A dusty, suffocating, dizzying feeling. Something in this house, though, whether it's a ghost or something worse, you aren't sure. Whoa. This is where I've seen it. It appears on top of the stain. Do you mean this massive blood stain? It stinks to high heavens. Weird. I'm not getting anything. It's not even cold. It's the same temperature as the living room. Nothing on the EMF either. And the equipment is wrong. The stain's definitely paranormal. I scrubbed it out too many times to count. It just keeps coming back. It's just a stain, Dad. Can we just cover it back up? I don't mind sleeping in here. Maybe we have to scrub it out first. Maybe that the paranormal stuff will activate if we give it a reason to. Ah, good idea. If you're offering free carpet cleaning, be my guest. Gretchen says it's a bloodstain. Ghost blood. Or it's just a rusty pipe leaking all over your floor. I think that'll be a bigger problem than what Bloodied and Stella are suggesting. I don't know. This blood sounds pretty intense. Have you all tried ripping up the carpet to see what's causing the stain? The government owns this house. There's no way I'm leaving a big red stain on their carpet. I made sure it was pristine every morning. Besides, I also kind of assumed it was ghost blood, which it is. I wonder if there's something written under there. Only one way to be sure. Oh man, messed up my carpet. Stella excitedly starts tugging at the corner of the carpet. Are we digging? Let me help. This is my area of expertise after all. Oh dear. You're doing the government a favour, really. We'll cover for you. You don't have to sweat it. Oh, trapdoor. Stella pulls back the carpet, revealing a hatch, the floor around it stained in reddish brown. What if there isn't a ghost after all? What if somebody lives down there? Okay, maybe I don't want to sleep in here. Nope. This is one of the best films I saw this year. Whoa, a hidden hatch. This is even better than finding a message. But there's no basement in this house. least we weren't told about a basement. And look, all the red stuff is coming from underneath. Oh, yeah, this is super haunted, alright. You've got a basement chock full of ghosts. I can just feel it. Still no readings, though. None of the equipment's made a sound. Of course not. We all know last month was super rainy. It's clearly been a long time since anyone stepped from the basement or crawl space, and whatever is under that hatch, there must be a leak that flooded the whole area under the house. The water dissolved the cork around the edges and leaked through the carpet, and it's red because North Carolina has red-ass dirt. It's as simple as that. It's not mud, it's blood. Human blood. I tested it. Maybe you tested it wrong. It can't be blood, right? Oh, whatever it is, I need to know what's down there. I need to know what's been under my bed all these years. Yeah, there's an old hatch in the floor that someone tried to steal up. We are not leaving until we've explored every nook and cranny. Have you considered they may have tried sealing it up because it's unsafe? Do you think the flooding could have made the house unstable? I'm all in on ghost hunting, but I don't think I could ever crawl into another dangerous crevice. I'm going for it. You come to Inoska's living room. You can't tell what time it is, and your friends are nowhere in sight. The painting's gone. The building feels colder, and there's something about the air that feels wrong. It's stale, with an undercurrent of mould and earth. You feel claustrophobic, as though you're in a coffin, each breath depleting what little oxygen is left. Hello? Is anybody here? There is no reply. Call somebody. The phone rings. Eddie? You can hear something drop violently on the other end, then a dial tone. The phone rings. Eddie? It's the same voice you heard when you called Stella, uttering the same phrase. You once again hear something drop violently on the other end, then a dial tone. Been looking all over for you. Where did you... What? Why are you saying that? I didn't say anything? Yeah, okay, I get it. Pulling a funny little prank on your poor long-suffering cousin, playing some creepy old-timey radio clip over the phone. Did Kanika put you up to this? Whatever, just come home. I'm sick of chasing after you. The call disconnects. Okay, I'm calling the cops. You dial 911. Hello, what is your... hello? Is this some kind of prank? Franklin, come listen to this. Is that some kind of old-time radio show? It's just repeating the same phrase over and over. Somebody trying to creep us out. Just hold on a minute. Ain't that area code from Goatswood? I'll be damned. Now listen here, Bloodied. We know that's you. You got some nerve calling in with a juvenile prank like this. Damn thing creepy though. Eddie, repeating like that. Do we know any Eddies? Just hang up, Hugsby. Gotta be something for real callers. We'll deal with Bloodied later. That's enough. Well, shit. Now I'm in trouble with the police. You put your phone away. This clearly isn't getting you anywhere. Look for your friends in Rosalina's room. Whatever just happened was weird, but your friends are probably still in Rosalina's room. You head further into the house. Something isn't right. It feels like a late summer afternoon. The air is warm and wet, and the scent of flowers drifts on the breeze. Okay, that's fucking creepy. Oh, thank you, jump scare. Movement stirs as a figure cloaked in shadows rises to attention. Bark, bark, wolf bark. Who are you? What are you doing on my property? Stella? Did you say Eddie? No one's called me that in a long time. It's Edwardine now. I'm not a child anymore. Eddie? It's the same name I heard on the phone. I wish I could say the same. You should have stayed gone, and you absolutely shouldn't have shown up here of all places. pieces. If you're caught, I don't think you understand what Father might do. Instead of responding, you decide to stand back and listen instead. Arf, arf. I can't. It's not that easy for me. My brothers were sent to the Reston Front, and now I'm the only Scarlet left besides Father. I have responsibilities, Charlie. Gretchen, can you still talk to me? Silence from the dog. You should just get out of town while you still can. Whatever you came back for, it's not worth it. Let her go, Spirit. That is not letting her go, Spirit. She's gone along with the shadow in the corner of the room. You are alone again in this strange garden. Follow her. You move to follow the narrow path through the foliage. As you step forward, a single door, standing solitary in the middle of the garden, appears before you. The door shouldn't lead anywhere. It's just a door, and the only thing behind it is more of the garden. You decide to walk past it. Wherever Stella went, it wasn't through there. When you step forward, though, it's as if the room lurches away from you, or perhaps it's as if you yourself are standing still. To the door. You walk up to the door and open it. Bells ring out as a cacophony rages outside. The door in front of you pulsates as figures unseen bang against it. The shaded figure from the garden sits in the corner, ever so slightly more defined, with a lovely face there. Junior, pack up your things. Quickly, hurry. Maybe we should run him out on a rail too. Make an example of the whole family. Jesus Christ, how many more times am I gonna get jump scared? Please, he's only a child. We'll leave peacefully. Just give us a little time. Isn't only children too. My boy was in there. Why should I give Junior here all the time in the world to gather his little toys and fancy clothes? My boy didn't have that kind of luxury. You're talking about the collapse, aren't you? The one from 100 years ago. Don't listen to him, Charlie. Just keep packing. Looks like the others are on their way. Better hurry, boy. You and your little dolls here might get burned up. As for you, lady, what makes you think you're going to be keeping any of those valuables you're packing in that fine suitcase of yours? You maintain your focus back to the scene in front of you. Trust me, boy, the coppers ain't coming here tonight. And what makes you think you can talk to an adult like that? Maybe they should have had you working in the mines too, instead of lazing around in this big house. Maybe you would learn a thing or two about respecting your elders. Don't talk to my son like that. Don't talk to me like that. I call the shots. Now get out, unless you want to go up in flames with all your precious jewels and expensive dresses. You're lucky I'm even letting you leave. Am I supposed to be you? Okay, Charlie, you can make new ones, even better than these. It's good for you. You shouldn't be playing with dolls anyway. Now you're gonna have to earn your keep just like the rest of us, probably. No more big inheritance for you. Alexis and Rosalina are whisked away, leaving you behind in an empty room. As they depart, the front door stops pounding and opens into a beckoning white void. Oh, ditchling, lovely. Before you have a chance to think, another door creaks open on what you thought was the ceiling. There you are. This is quite the maze, isn't it? And absolutely crawling with these miserable little parasites. Ooh, ouch. Bottom feeders. On! You bolt for the door. You're outside, and it's night. A false moon looming massive in the painted sky. Wayne is gone. The night feels thick and warm, the insects lively, their calls unnaturally tinny. Everything feels warped and wrong, like you're listening to a record fished from the bottom of a pond. Unless your eyes are playing tricks on you, the shadow in the corner keeps getting closer. You poor dear, I've been keeping track of you, scuttling around town like a tomcat. You've fallen hard for Miss Edwardine, haven't you? You quietly let the figure continue. There's no need to be embarrassed. Your secret is safe with me. You know, I never did approve of what the Scarlets did to your family, and what it did to the two of you young'uns. Childhood sweethearts, just think how lovely it would be if you could just be happy together. That's what you want, isn't it? Quietly let the figure continue. I'm sure by now you've realised the young lady doesn't plan on leaving with you, but it's not for a lack of desire, as you well know. It's Enoch. Even if you dragged her over the town limits, his hold over her would make sure neither of you was ever happy again. Just think of what happened to your poor mother and father. Do you want that to be the two of you? Enoch's one of my ancestors, right? I think I read about him yesterday. The powers at work here are stronger than even your love could withstand. You need to break the bonds holding her here. Then you can both go free. No more misfortune. Not for you. Not for anyone else bold enough to step foot outside the hollow. Kanika Lime's handing you something, though her hand is empty. Everything you need to know is on that map. Quietly let the figure continue. That's where you'll find them. You meet her there, and then read what I've written down. And be careful. Good luck to the both of you. I hope you get your happiness. And then she's gone. It's trying to get rid of me. It'll have to try harder. Fuck's sake, Wayne. I see you finally let through your fear. Good. Maybe we can be friends. Am I dead? Of course not. I would never let something so weak harm you, let alone kill you. What's doing this? A resident, a ghost, whatever you call it, the leftovers of human existence, festering and forgotten, feeding on the energy of more powerful beings to do this. Pathetic. So, you and Tabitha, huh? That was a thing? This body knew her well. Why are you following me? Clearly you need protecting. I'm just looking out for you. What the hell is going on in this town? I'm sure you'll be able to piece it together soon enough. I'd rather you find out on your own first. That's the only way you can really know who to trust. And then I can finally tell you more. There's so much to discuss when that time comes. What are you? I'm a friend. You know the way out? I will soon. But in the meantime, you have nothing to fear. I'm watching over you. I'm not worried about myself, I'm worried about my friends. The people you only met 2 days ago. I'm sure if something happens to them, you'll recover soon enough. It's not as if your bonds are strong enough to leave a mark when broken. You continue forward through the uncanny underbrush. Once again, you find yourself separated and alone. A long wooden corridor stands before you, littered with bottles and rails. A figure rises to attention, blocking your way. I'm afraid he doesn't have long. If there's anything you need to say to him, I'd say it now. As Zane is swept away, the room pulls itself to you, and you'll find yourself looming over a deathbed. Oscar lies in its centre, looking pitifully small. I'm sorry, boy. Sorry I let my troubles drive your mama away. And sorry those troubles mean I'm leaving you all alone now. You quietly wait and let the spirit continue. Damn it, Junior, how many times do I have to tell you? I tried to stop it from happening, but that damn snake Enoch went behind my back. Quietly wait and let the spirit continue. Alright, I've been using that excuse for too many years. At a certain point, a man has to accept that he's dug his own grave. They may have run me out, but they didn't put the bottle in my head. Still, they destroyed our legacy, boy. Both our names are cursed with that history. I'll be dead and gone soon, but I won't be able to rest. Not until our name is cleared. Not until you can pass on this name with pride. This is my only request, Charlie. Go back there. Tell people the truth. Try to find proof. I don't know what you'll have to do, but please. I know I ain't been the best father, but I ain't no murderer. I'm guessing this request didn't really pan out. Scarlets were exposed for the collapse. Tabitha and I probably wouldn't be around. Yeah, boy, I may not have till morning. Promise me. Promise you'll go back and at least show that Enoch bastard what for. Ooh, ah. You watch as Oscar's body seizes and falls through the sheets, taking the rattling pile of bottles with him. Such theatrics. What a waste of time. Why force you to see any of this? People always think their own experiences are so important. But what does any of it matter? Do you know what it's trying to tell me? Yes. And it's trivial. Don't worry yourself with it. I am not hitting on the dead guy! Guess I'll see you when I see you. It shouldn't be hard to find you again. You move back to the bed to quietly leave through the hole Oscar left behind and crawl through. Well, didn't think of getting into Oscar's hole that way, but you find yourself pressed uncomfortably against a trellis. The small castle sits off to one side of the wall, and the bars of a prison loom over both all of it and all of you. I'm in up the trellis again. How very Romeo and Juliet of you. No need to run off. I won't tell the old man. Though you've gotten sloppy, you should try to be more careful if you don't want him putting you in an early grave. You wait in anticipating silence for the spirit to continue. No, not one of her brothers. I'm a prisoner. Another victim of the Scarlet's lies. Like you, Charles Shaw. You wait, finally, for the spirit to continue. Mere generation makes no difference. His blood runs in your veins, does it not? And now, it runs in hers. Yes, it seems your little trysts bore fruit, and will you ever be in trouble when the old man finds out? Maintain your silence. You know you don't have to keep dangling there. Come inside. You'll be able to hear me through a door just fine. The world around you swirls, and you find yourself pulled to the other side of the wall. A door bound by countless locks and chains pulsates before you. Ah, that's the door I didn't bother hacking through on the first day. You maintain your silence. That's not what I invited you in for. I couldn't escape even with your help. I merely wanted to offer a warning. Leave town now. You maintain your silence. You can't take her with you. It's not possible. You can always stay and die, but if I were you, I would use my healthy legs and run as far away from Scarlet Hollow as possible. I hear the beaches are nice. Why don't you take a permanent vacation there? Oh, I'd kill to go to the beach right now. Oh, you've been talking to the witch then. How very interesting. Charlie, get away from the door. Don't listen to it. Maintain your silence. How does it know that? Interesting interpretation. That little room. What was that? A prison, clearly. I get the feeling we're nearly at the end of this little maze. Stay close. Wayne disappears into the dark corridor. You follow close behind. Oh, lovely. For the first time, you and Wayne enter a new room at the same time, two of you finding yourselves huddled under a large table. Stella stares through you as the indecipherable murmurs and shuffling feet echo from the ends of the table. Yap, yap, yap. They're so lovely. Are you sure I can keep one? You must have worked very hard on them. You remain silent. Just let the scene play out. There's no use trying to communicate, whether with the resident or your little friends. I tried to keep it away from my brothers so they don't smash it, though I wish I could make it move like you can. And you can even do the voices. You know, you could probably make real money if you put on a show for people. Remain silent. Remain silent. A travelling show? And you'd want me there too? Oh, we could go to towns along the beach. I've heard the Outer Banks are the most beautiful place in the world. like the beach. Those in the hills always seem to yearn for the flat expanses and salty air. Thank you, Charlie. I've always wanted to see the ocean. Everything crashes to a thunderous black before you and Wayne, or Wayne can get in another word. A single spotlight remains, illuminating a trapdoor in the center of the stage. You feel drawn to it. It opens. You feel a shove from behind and tumble through the hatch. Took some digging, but it's there. The map was right. And that means there's hope, Eddie. Whatever it is that Enoch did, we can undo it. We can be happy together. Oh no. Eddie? Okay. Wayne is gone once again. There's nothing here but you and the howling void. Do you repent? Do you repent for your crimes? You let the spirit continue. You must answer for the crimes committed by your scarlet blood. Until you do, I cannot die. I want to die. Please. I've been alone in the dark for so long. All I ask is for some of your years. To pay for the years that were taken from me. My life was stolen from me. I want some of yours. It's only fair. The sins of the father are to be laid upon the children. Forfeit your years, and I will finally leave. And what happens if I refuse? Then I will stay. I will stay until I get what I am owed. I don't understand. You will live a shorter life, and I will finally be satisfied. I will have justice. I will finally die. I will leave this house at last. How much shorter would my life be? That isn't for you to know. Just as it wasn't for me to know. One day, sooner than you'd like, you will die. The sentence has been handed down. Make your choice. A smell hits you. That now familiar, wet, unwell odor. What an annoying pest you are. But you couldn't keep me out for long. It seems we've exhausted its power. Holding all these bodies hostage must have been quite taxing. Come along, Bloodied. It's desperate, but it has no power over you. There's no need to bow to the will of such a frayed and broken consciousness. Leave it to fester. What about my friends? What happens to them if I just leave? They've already left. They're not a factor in this. Where will Oscar and Rosalina live if the ghost stays? Don't give years of your life for something so insignificant. I can't just... The ghost here? Can. No, fuck that! Charlie won't be able to rest unless I do this. Stop. Don't do this! Wayne is cut off as you are brought face to face with the Resonant. Silence. First time in what feels like hours. You feel solid, real. The earth around you feels solid, real, but also soft. You feel it pressing in on all sides, cold and growing tighter by the second as the soil settles. Your arms tear at the earth until they break through into the air. As you gasp for breath, you look into the pit behind you. Charlie's mummified remains stare up at you, sad and broken, at the bottom of the pit. You're only able to maintain your gaze for a moment before exhaustion overwhelms you. With the last of your strength, you hoist yourself from the pit and collapse on the floor. You feel like death. What a foolish thing. To give up so much of yourself, and for something so meaningless, having no sense of self-preservation. There is genuine anger in his voice. It's the first time he's shown any emotion, and it chills you. You reach for something to say in response, but you're still delirious from what happened, and you struggle to form coherent thoughts. Look what it's done to you. There you are. Oh, you poor Sybil pauses mid-sentence as she notices Wayne from the corner of her eyes. Come with me, dear. Let's get you home. Make sure nothing else happens to him, or there'll be hell to pay. He practically hisses the words. You quietly walk towards the stairs. Sybil lends you her arm as she gently guides you out of the library. You're outside. It's real this time. I'm gonna peace out. I hate to bang encounters with my own mortality. I've got a lot to ponder. See you, Rosalina. See you, Alexis. Zane walks off down the road. The cool breeze chills you deeper than it should, and you realise just how drained you feel. Your legs are heavier, harder to lift as you make your way down the steps of the library, your lungs wheezing as if you'd run a marathon. You can almost feel how pale your face has become, your lips dry and thin, your hands almost trembling with the effort of raising them to your face as you trace the new lines and furrows that have formed there. Danica came to get me right away. I'm so sorry I wasn't there for you earlier in the night. I had no idea what y'all were all planning to do. How am I supposed to know it would be like that? Things have been strange around town, sweetie. Now's not the time to be poking around in the supernatural. I thought you learned that lesson yesterday. But magic isn't real. I mean, it's not supposed to be. God, that hurt. Everything is so... Danica stops mid-sentence. She realises what's happened to you. Oh my god. Bloodied, you poor thing. Bones weren't meant to bend like that. Oh, I'm gonna be hurting for a few days at least. And poor Rosalina. I'll make sure to bring them both some tea later. I think I have just the thing. Mom, this is no time for tea. Jesus, the girl's lost a leg. She needs real medication. Real medication comes from natural ingredients, doesn't it? What I have to offer is no different than what Dr. Kelly would prescribe. And besides, after all you've seen, are you really so sure you have that much of a grasp on the real and unreal? Bloodied, did you... it's gone. I sacrificed years of my life to get rid of your ghost. And to close our age gap. You give Oscar a tired wink. You've still got it. Wow. My character sacrifices years of his life, and he still just uses it as a way to flirt with Dilf. I love being me. I'm not sure I follow. Oh. Do you need some privacy, or... Oscar's face flushes red with embarrassment. Won't you, swing by tomorrow, Bloodied? We can, chat about what you're going through. This happily happening right now. No, I thought tonight couldn't get any more exciting. Anika glances at the ground and awkwardly shuffles her feet. You know, Bloodied, the pepper look is killing you. Maybe this isn't all bad. Anika? Sorry, just, trying to be positive. Bella's way better at that. Is she okay? I was wondering the same thing. She just saw a ghost, and she's just standing off by herself. Be a normal reaction for anyone else just seen a ghost, but this is Stella we're talking about. I'm gonna go check in with her. You walk over to Stella. I've never seen anything like what we saw tonight. Absolutely dreadful, and I don't think my dear Stella is having an easy time with it. Oh, hey, Bloodied. There was another one of those carvings in there. So sorry, Bloodied. I don't think I can talk right now. I'll call you, okay? He hurries off down the road. I think she took the brunt of things in there. No wonder she's having a hard time right now. Should we go after her? I think she just needs some time for herself. Bella's never been the kind to share her burdens, and I doubt that'll change just because somebody's ghost chasing after her. If anything, it'll just make her clam up even more. She's a strong girl. She'll be okay. Besides, nobody here should be rushing after anyone right now. I guess doubly for you, Kanika. I don't want that cold of yours to get any worse. Didn't knock any ideas either, Bloodied. You need time to recover. There was another carving in there. I wonder if those things are tied to everything supernatural that's been happening. Yeah, I wonder. What is coincidence but two of them on back-to-back nights? And if you and Stella are right, and there's another one in the clinic... I'm sorry, I'm a little lost. Have you been finding carvings around town? Well, this is news to me, too. I'm sure everyone here could stand around theorizing about this and that all night long. There'll be plenty of time for that tomorrow. I can't believe I let Rosalina go in there. How could I have been so careless? Everything she went through in the last day, how could I have let this happen? Couldn't have known what was going to happen, Oscar. None of us could have known. Don't blame yourself. I'd seen it before. I should have known it could get worse. I shouldn't have let Rosalina come with us. What did I tell you? Stop blaming yourself. You couldn't have stopped me. Tried. We were just going to sneak in after you. Yeah, Rosalina was going to make us go in there no matter what. You didn't put a ghost in our house. This isn't on you. I know you've both had a difficult time of this. But the storm has passed. Things will start getting better from here. Were you all conscious that whole time? Everyone glances at each other. Although technically none of them gave any of their years away, you can see how exhausted they are. How unsettled. Yeah. It's awful. Kind of fun too, but mostly awful. I'm pretty sure we remember everything. At least until that guy showed up and snapped us out of it. Wayne, been following Bloodied around. What did he say to you? You don't need to trouble Bloodied for the details. No one pay any mind to that man. He's just a drifter. He'll be gone soon enough. In the meantime, steer clear and he won't make trouble. I spent a lot of time with Wayne in there. Yeah, I noticed. We could smell him as soon as we snapped out of it. What happened? Did he hurt you? He was furious with me for getting rid of the ghost. Weird, it's like he has some sort of obsession with you, isn't it? There's someone else in there? But it's my house. Rosalina and I live there. What did he say to you? Like I said before, let's not trouble Bloodied about him. Just stay away. All of you. Do any of you know who you were supposed to be? No idea. The words just came out. There was no context, nothing. But there was a weird feeling, like an overwhelming guilt. I was so angry. I was mostly just scared. I don't feel any of those things. Well, I don't know how to describe it. I felt powerful. I was just cold. I guess I should probably head back. I should get going too. It's going to get chilly out and there's still work to do to get Rosalina set up for the night. Don't be a stranger. Let us know if you need anything, Oscar. I will. Thank you. All of you. Again. I believe it's time for me to get my daughter home as well. But, Nika dear, you haven't been feeling well. You need to get some rest. Okay. I'll see you tomorrow, Bloodied. Yeah, I'll see you tomorrow. Cool. Kanika wearily treks back to the general store. I'll be back in a moment to walk you home, dear. I just need to put the tea on and give your cousin a quick call. Sybil leaves you and catches up to her daughter. Oh, my whole body hurts. Oh, what was that? And I want a better answer than a ghost. You'll be alright. Let me give you some of that special tea. Been working well, don't you think? I think ibuprofen would be better, but I gotta admit the tea has been nice. I'll put the kettle on as soon as we get home. Guess it's just the two of us now. So, you have no idea who you were? I could roughly place most of the others. No, none whatsoever. I remember everything I said. I remember that cold feeling. Prisoner of the Scarlets. I wonder what your family was up to back then. Well, I guess we can add it to the ever-growing pile of mysteries. I'm sorry. I didn't know things would be like this. Are you kidding? That was incredible. You were incredible. How many people would have done what you did back there? I know it wasn't exactly the kind of evening we thought it would be, but that was the kind of experience I think most people would kill for. Body hurts, my soul is unsettled, but I would honestly do it all over again. Thanks, Bloodied. I really appreciate you inviting me along. Anyway, I'd better head home and get some rest. I'm supposed to have a shift tomorrow morning. Might have to call in sick, but yes, hoping a good night's sleep will be enough to heal up. And, I hope you feel better soon. Let me know if there's anything I can do for you. Avery heads off, leaving the square in front of the library empty. Sybil returns not long after Avery leaves. It's time to go back to the estate. Your cousin wasn't exactly thrilled to hear what happened tonight, but I think I blunted her anger as much as I could. Shall we? Go back to the estate. You once again find yourself on a long trek up to the estate. Fucking ditch legs. You can't help but focus on how awful your body feels. Maybe the walk will do you good. Maybe you'll start getting used to these changes and they won't feel as bad in the morning as they do now. Let's stop here for a bit. I imagine you need a moment to rest. There's ditchlings everywhere. There are. I'm afraid the spirit you dealt with tonight was merely a symptom of the rot here, rather than its cause. People are unfortunately just gonna have to get used to the sight of these things in the coming days. Sybil, what happened to me? Well, you look like you've aged at least a decade. Everything in this world has a price. The price of the deal you made tonight was just a bit more noticeable than what most people are used to dealing with. For the record, I think you made the right decision. I wish your cousin had been there to take this burden upon herself, but she wasn't. Besides, I think we both know what kind of person she is. You probably would have found a very compelling reason not to make that choice. Your head starts swimming as exhaustion starts to overpower you. You are in no state to have this sort of conversation. You poor dear, let's just focus on walking for a little bit, and then we can talk some more. You and Sybil silently walk deeper into the woods. You're getting closer to the estate. This should be a good enough resting spot. Edward Dean killed Charles Jr., but it feels like I'm only scratching the surface of things. What has my family done? Is that what the spirit showed you? Your family built one of the most powerful coal empires in Appalachia. Those sorts of things don't come about without betrayal and bloodshed. These are all assumptions, of course. I'm just an old woman who enjoys her tea, and the Scarlet Empire is far older than these rattling bones. If you want the bloody details, I'm afraid you'll have to find them yourself. Are you a witch? She laughs, surprised by your question. No, dear, though some might call me one. I'm just an old woman who fancies herself a bit of a healer. Look, after tonight I know magic is real. Do you do magic or not? What is magic anyways? I just know some trade secrets passed along the family line. But it's no different than a child of a mechanic knowing what to do with an engine, or the child of a carpenter knowing how to build a makeshift chair. Your vision blurs as you try to form words. You alright? We won't have much further to go. Let's get back on the trail. You and Sybil trek through the remainder of the woods and find yourselves on the outskirts of the estate. Why don't you swing by the tea room tomorrow, say early afternoon? I'd love to chat for a little while. Come by any time. I'll be there all day. Good luck handling Tabitha. I tried to soften her up over the phone, but there's only so much softening you can do with someone that prickly. Bless her heart. Get a good night's rest, Bloodied. You've earned it. Sybil heads back through the woods, leaving you alone to face Tabitha. Enter the estate. Oh, this'll be fun. You open the door to the estate as quietly as you can, only to find your cousin anxiously pacing in the foyer. She's been waiting for you. So, you finally came back. After last night I thought we were done with all the running around in secrecy. Yes, I was too optimistic. You look like hell warmed over. What the hell did you do to yourself? I gave up years of my life to an angry ghost our family wronged. As the words leave your mouth, your body shivers with age and exhaustion. The stress of talking to your cousin about tonight's event is on the cusp of overwhelming. Whatever you have to say, it's best to say it quick. You did what? I thought Sybil said something along those lines on the phone, but I thought she was joking. Please tell me the two of you are pulling a prank on me. Did Stella put you up to this? The only way to satisfy him. It was the only way to make him leave. That Can't be true. I don't know who lied to you and about what, but you should never have given anything away, something so important. Ooh, that's fucking cold. You sound just like Wayne right now. He didn't want me to do this either. He was there tonight too? Great. You can't keep this conversation out much longer. This day has taken too much of a toll on you and you need to rest. Are you okay? You're not looking too good. He's stalking me. I'm glad you see it that way. He's a creep, and if he tries to talk to you again, you should walk away. There was another one of those stones in Oscar's house. It gave me another vision. Are you serious? They've been telling me a lot about our family. I think we've done some terrible stuff, Tabitha. We haven't done anything, even if our family has done terrible things, and that's a big if. They were done in different times by different people. Stop guilting yourself over it. The only thing you should be guilting yourself over is how you've been treating me. Who put them there? You expect me to know? They're probably some kind of ancient artifact, and I'm not an archaeologist. That's pretty much it. Great, then I'm going to bed. Your cousin walks off, leaving you alone. You don't even notice yourself entering the guest room and falling into bed. Suddenly you're just there, buried under your family's musty covers. It's Wednesday night. Nearly half a week has passed since you first arrived in town, and a little over half a week remains until the bus comes to take you home. The spirit of Charles Shaw Jr. has been put to rest, at the expense of unknown years of your life. The spectre of the night's events will linger over you for every day you have left, a grim reminder of the price you willingly paid for the crimes of a family you never met. Maybe it'll be easier in the morning. Maybe your joints will ache just a little less than they did now. Maybe you can still right the capsized ship of your now broken life. Or maybe things will only get worse from here. This is the end of episode 3. Thank you so much for playing. We hope to have episode 4 released before the end of the year. Yeah, it's coming out next month. Well, I say next month. By the time this goes up, it'll probably actually be November, so sometime later this month. Also, by the way, apparently it's going to take them through till 2024 to get all 7 episodes up, so there are going to be gaps between this, but I am seriously digging this. This is so good, and that was what I think we lovingly refer to as a wham episode. So, yeah. Pretty much as soon as episode 4 comes out, I will be playing it, and I will record it and let you guys watch my continued terrifying antics. I hope you enjoyed this. If you did, like, subscribe, click that little notification button, tell your friends that I'm really neat. You can follow me on Twitter at fox_sanguine. You can find me and the rest of the cult at thecultofteaanddice.net. Thank you very much for watching, and goodbye.